It's a brand new week and the start of a new month, the second half of 2023. Hello there and welcome to WADR's gender program 50/50 on West Africa Democracy Radio 94.9 FM in Dakar, Senegal. We're also live on Alternative Youth Radio in Lofa County, Liberia, and around the world on wadr.org. My name is Atiewin Imbila Lawson, and I am the host of the program. Here on 50/50, we discuss all things gender equality, equity, and equal opportunities for men and women, and how to promote a more women-friendly environment. On 50/50, we also discuss social issues and how men and women react to and are affected by these. This month on 50/50, we are discussing evolving beauty trends and standards. Over the years, there have been dramatic changes in who and what is considered beautiful. The ideal of female beauty has shifted from a symbol of fertility to one of mathematically calculated proportions and aesthetics. Makeup and extensions have become the order of the day, and if you don't have it naturally, you can always pay for it. While women are usually held to a higher standard of appearance than men and are often judged harshly for not conforming to the norms, forcing many to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars every month to keep up, men are seemingly feeling the heat as well. Today, we kickstart our conversation about beauty trends and standards by starting from the top. What do you see first when you look at a man or a woman? Their face, makeup or natural? Their hair, natural afro, wigs, colored, black, short or long? From makeup to skincare to hair care, looking beautiful or handsome is almost as important, if not more important, as what you have to say. First impressions are everything, and beauty is for all. Ella is a beautician, makeup artist, and owner of the Shuga Beauty Bar in Ghana. I've been speaking to Shuga, as she says everyone calls her, about how beauty standards have changed over the years and what the most popular make and hair products are for women and men.
To begin with, I think we mostly use foundation, concealers, eyebrows, primers for the makeup. So these are the beauty products we mostly use for makeup.
Okay, and so those are the beauty products that most of your customers come to purchase?
Yes.
Have you found that over the years, some of these beauty products have changed? I mean, the popularity of them, some are more popular than others?
Yes, they have really changed because of how effective they are and how it easily can cure pimples and make you look more attractive. Some of these makeup products stay longer on your face and it helps you look good. So it makes the prices very high because of how good they are and what they can do for you.
And shortly we'll look at how much people spend on average per month, but let's look at changing beauty trends a little bit. We know that, for example, in the 90s, when it comes to eyebrows, the slimmer the better. People used to just draw with a pencil, shave off the entire eyebrow and then just draw a line. But now we have eyebrows being a bit thicker. We have different shapes and even how people use their foundation, primer, concealer. How has that all changed over the years?
With the help of social media and other media stuff, you will see other people outside, let's say US and UK. You see how they do their makeups. So we, the Africans, most of us want to look like those popular, UK people. So we tend to copy how they do their makeup. So I think they have easy ways and nicer ways of doing these makeup that makes you look very attractive. So I think that is the reason why it is really changing.
So as far as you're concerned, it's social media that is changing the trends.
Yeah, I think Instagram and YouTube and Facebook do a lot of these things.
And so would you say that more attention is on what makeup can do as opposed to perhaps having good skin?
Yes, because you see our harsh weather conditions. Most people in Ghana have these pimples and skin problems. So most of us cover it with makeup. Let's say you are going for a wedding, maybe this weekend, and you get a pimple on your face. You can't. It's only makeup that will help within that short period of time. So I think it's really helping.
How are you as a beautician able to follow all these trends? It must be difficult.
You have to keep up. You have to keep up with the trend. You should be on these platforms to learn. Always, you have to, look for things that are coming up and learn so that you always be on top and ahead of people.
Now, we speak about makeup, but I do know that you deal in wigs and hair products as well. How has that changed over the years with the lace front? And I know a few years ago we had this style called invisible. Now nobody really does invisible. Everybody's doing lace front and all of that. How has that changed over the years?
So now every young lady out there wants to look good and at the same time wants to look natural. So with this lace frontals and stuff, it makes you look natural. Like say after it has been worn and styled properly, sometimes it's not easy to identify you are wearing a wig unless maybe the person gets closer. So I think it's also helping. It's also really helping.
But when you say look natural African hair cannot look like that, can it?
We have wigs that looks like a natural African hair.
Okay.
We have wigs like that.
Are those more popular?
They are popular. They are coming up. They are popular, but quite expensive.
Let's talk about expense now. On average, how much do people spend on their looks, or do women spend on their looks based on your experience in a month?
In a month, I think let's say 500 cedis, between 500 cedis to 1,000 cedis. Because if you want to look good, you have to buy a foundation, a primer, a concealer, a mascara, and they all cost. They all cost very much. So adding all these things can cost a lot of money. And if you want good products too, you can go as far as 2,000. Because if you want good products for your face, I think you can spend almost 2,000. So let's say between 500 cedis to 2,000 cedis, you can spend on makeup.
I see. And that's definitely good business for you, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of male customers?
Yes, we do. And surprisingly, we even have male trainees, people who I'm training, male trainees, I'm training to become makeup artists. Yeah, we have a lot of them too.
Okay. And are they becoming makeup artists to do makeup for women or for men?
Both men and women. So let's say if they get a wedding, they can do the makeup for the bride and the groom.
What kind of makeup do men do? I'm curious to know.
Oh, they do light makeup, applying foundations, and sometimes you can go as far as doing their brows for them. But you have to make it look more natural so that it won't be obvious that the man has done the brows. But at least you have to make the person attractive. So we apply some primer, foundation, concealers, and stuff to make the person look good on his day.
Is that a new trend?
Oh, it was there. It was there. But most men were not doing it.
Okay.
But right now, a lot of them do it. For wedding people, a lot of them do it. After you are done with the bride, you would have to go to the men's room to do the man's face for him to also look good. Yeah, so they do it.
Interesting. What's the most popular male product?
The foundation we use for the woman can be used for the man.
Okay.
So there's no special. for the men.
Okay. But is
Yeah.
there a specific product that sells more among men?
Lip gloss, yeah, especially during the Hamatan season, they buy lip gloss to to soften their mouth and stuff. So I think lip gloss, they buy lip gloss during the dry season. Yeah,
Based on your experience, do you think that women face more pressure to keep up with societal expectations of what is beautiful?
yes, 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 yes. As a woman, from childhood, it has been put in your head to always look good. You have to dress good. You have to, for a man to come for you. So right from the start, you start looking for beauty products and making your hair like getting nice dresses so that you look attractive to other people out there. So I think there's a lot of societal pressure from that. From that.
Finally, we spoke about how much women spend on beauty every month. But are women the ones who are purchasing these products for themselves, or are men purchasing these products for women?
I think they are using their own money. Okay, so let's say out of 10 people, I would say 8 people, 8 women are purchasing more of the product, and some also purchase for their girlfriends, and even the men, they purchase it for their girlfriends or themselves. So I think women do most of the purchasing, but men also do as well.
Ella is a beautician, makeup artist, and the owner of Shuga Beauty Bar in Ghana. Her counterpart, Ebenezer, is a barber and owner of Kamakazzi, which handles men and women who prefer a shorter cut. I've been speaking to Eben about the trends of barbering styles over the past 11 years since he has worked as a barber.
I've been a barber since 10 to 11 years now.
And in those 10 to 11 years, have you noticed that the style of barbering has changed?
Yeah, the style of barbering has changed because then the guys used to shave how like the players do shave. You understand? But as time goes on, they've started to copy how the American musicians shave. So it has made the shaving style have really, really changed. How they used to shave their hair, make designs and color their hair like players, that's changed.
Okay, and so how are they doing it now?
Now they are shaving like how the American musicians is. Most of them really like there's a kind of fading which we call it taper fading. So they are matching to the taper fading right now. It's just a mere fading at the end of the hair, where the ear is, and the other side of that both sides and the back of the head.
Okay, so people are not really coloring and all of that anymore.
No, just the black dye. They are now wearing the black dye. Nowadays, the guys they are much really into the beard. They even buy some chemicals and cosmetics to apply to their beard so that they will get much beard. Even an SHS student even want to get beard.
A senior high school student also wants a beard.
Yeah, they come for the how do you call it, what they use to grow beard, that chemicals. They are much into it each and every day. They come and ask of it.
And do you sell the chemical?
Sure.
And how much do you sell the chemical for?
Just let's say 100 cities.
And when you sell that, how long is it supposed to last?
It depends on the person who is using it. Like someone can use it for a month, 2 months. It depends on the person who is using it. But if they apply at least less than 3 weeks, they will begin to see results. Like the hair will begin to grow.
And do you buy it yourself or you make it?
No, you buy it.
You buy it. Is the afro still popular?
No, really. Now it's hard for you to see a young guy wearing afro. Mostly they do dreadlocks and things, or they will twist it.
Do you find a lot of men coming to change their hair all the time?
Yeah, they do.
More than before?
Sure.
So do you think that men are paying more attention to their appearance now than before?
Yeah, men are really paying more attention to appearance. Even most of them, they even shave week after week. Every week they will come and shave.
What is the major influence that is making men spend more on their hair and on their appearance?
I would say it's the social media because mostly they come with their hairstyle from social media. Maybe people they've been following them, they want to look like them. So when the person comes out, he's having his picture or the style that he wants to shave his hair or his beard. So I would say maybe it's now social media influence.
And how are you as a barber, how are you able to keep up?
Since I'm also a styler and a barber, I follow trend. So we learn from those who have been giving those celebrities that haircut, so that we to learn to do it.
Do you have women coming to the barber shop also?
Sure,
And what styles do they like?
women. I would say for the women, they most of the time they do lower fading or hair dye.
Okay.
They will down cut, then they will dye their hair just like that.
Okay.
Different color, not black.
Okay. So it's the women who are doing different colors, but for the men it's black.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you also notice that men, when they are younger, what they like in terms of style is different from when they are older?
Yeah.
What is the difference?
As a young guy, he doesn't have many responsibilities to bear. So they'll be growing their hair, giving themselves taper fading. But when it comes to time that they begin, their expenses increase. Most of the time they reduce their hair. They like it sweat so that it will last for a little longer.
Oh, okay. I see. And from your experience, do you think that men or women, who has more pressure to look good?
I think women, but nowadays the guys are really chasing the women very strongly.
So the guys are giving women competition when it comes to who has to look good and who has to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And why is that the case?
I think it's all the social media influence.
You are listening to WADR's gender program 50-50 with Atewin Ibila Lawson. The program is live on 94.9 FM in Dakar, Senegal, Alternative Youth Radio in Lofa County, Liberia, and around the world on WADR.org.
Thank you for staying with us. Today on 50-50, we're starting our conversation about evolving beauty trends and standards by focusing on makeup, skincare, and hair care. We have heard from Shuga, the beautician and makeup artist, and Eben, the barber. And one key theme from those two conversations is the role that social media plays in influencing beauty standards. But what do you, our listeners, think? Does social media impact how you view beauty and how you invest in your appearance? Here are some views sampled by 50-50.
Personally, I don't feel pressured by what I see or consume. As a matter of fact, people who know me that I'm content with whatever I have and whatever I'm taking in. So for me personally, I never seem to be pressured by what I see or consume. If I see and I'm content with it, I'll go for it. If I'm not content with it, I'll never approach it. If I want to consume, it is because it is my preference of taste. I know what everyone is thinking of wanting to have.
Social media has changed the beauty standard of a woman, and I will use TikTok for instance. Before you even post something on TikTok, you have to use filter or photo editing tools to enhance the appearance, to make it look more attractive to be watched. With this social media pressure thing, I will say no and a big no again. Because why will you allow what people post to put pressure on you? No. Where you're coming from is different from where I'm coming from. So I just have to be myself and appreciate what my parents give me.
For men, we think social media has changed beauty standards because we feel that every lady on there is not looking like how they are supposed to look like on a rule. Yeah, because on the socials everyone is wanting to be to the other person, or anyone want to look good. and not looking their real nature. So for men, even if I see someone on the social media, I still would want to meet them in person and still have that feel I felt for them or I had for them on the socials in a real time.
Social media has indeed had a very, very great impact on the beauty standard for women over time. Yes, because of how celebrities and some artists portray themselves, the dresses they'll wear, the kind of makeup they'll do, the hair they'll wear, and all that, it influences the youth, especially those in the universities. They want to own this type of hair, this type of dress, have this kind of makeup kit, no matter how expensive it is. Even if they don't have the money to afford it, they want to own it. So it has kind of changed their views on what beauty really is.
Men now have access to a wider range of content. There are a lot of stuff, from health to lifestyle to dressing, so many. So I believe this exposure has led to an expanded definition of what it means to be attractive, actually. And I believe, secondly, fitness. Social media has played a role in promoting muscular and tone physiques. Yes, because there are a lot of trainers. You go online and this body type and all, a lot. So people subscribe to these things on social media, and they want to look good. And I believe personal care has increased. Yes, even me personally. There are products now that you buy online. This beard grooming, and then how do you call it? Hairstyling. I've have love for even some kind of hairstyles of late. Yes, because of social media. So I believe that's also part in fashion style. Yes, before, if there is any program you want to attend, you just take your top, your trousers, if they are iron, fine. But now kaftan have taken all over. You see marriage ceremonies, birthdays, and then they are all flooded with this men kaftan, men so tailored tops. And then I believe it's all social media. You see these things, men lined up, certain body type, their hair well trimmed and all that. So yes, it's true. People want to look in a certain way, and I believe it is all influenced by social media. It has influenced a lot of things.
Some views there from you, our listeners, and that's how we wrap up today's program. My name is Atiewin Imbila Lawson, and I have been your host. Thank you so much for tuning in, for contributing, for granting us interviews to our resource persons. Until next time, stay safe. Goodbye for now.